Hi there, it is episode 13 of Q2, and today we will be attempting to answer the question: as the end approaches, what do we know? And what are the responsibilities of knowing these things? Let's get into it. You see, one of the greatest worries of life is the fear of uncertainty. If we knew exactly how the next 10 years of our lives will play out, we will probably choose differently today. For instance, we will most likely change some of our lifestyles and certain choices. Why? Because we know exactly how they play out. But more importantly, we will stop worrying about certain things that we now worry about. So, in a nutshell, because our knowledge of the future is very limited, the fear of uncertainty continually keeps us in anticipation of what happens next. On the other hand, it's a God who knows the details of the end from the beginning, and He has so graciously given us a peek into the future and the end of our world through prophecies, especially the books of Daniel and Revelation. So, with respect to our world and how it ends, what have we been shown? Let's get into it. Number 1, we have been shown how it all ends here on earth, and it's not what you are thinking at all. It is neither a third world war nor another pandemic, definitely not the sun exploding. It is Jesus who created all things, returning to planet Earth to reward each one according to their works, and also destroying this earth for a new one. Number 2, we have been shown how it ends, but before then, a series of events will play out prior. Let's get to them. Number 1, the identified harlot of Revelation 17 will extend her power and influence over the whole world, and would lead out in the movement to unite church and state under the guise of achieving world unity at a time of economic upheaval, natural catastrophes, social turmoil, international political crisis, and global conflict. Number 2, the lamb-like beast of Revelation 13:11-17 will play an active role in enforcing this compromise and movement. Number 3, the rallying point will be Sunday sacredness at the expense of the sanctity of the Bible's seventh-day Sabbath and the fallacy of the immortality of the soul, among other compromise. And this is why the third angel leaves a stern warning to stay away from her, being the apostate church and religious system and her compromises, or drink of the wine of the wrath of God. And you don't want to be there. Jesus also offers his antidote, and he says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free," insisting on the word of God as chronicled in the Bible as the only reference for truth. Thankfully, we've been giving these clues about events that precede the end, but also we have been shown how it ends. So, this is it. At the second coming of Jesus, He returns to reward each one according to their works. And these rewards, they have eternal consequences. While some are eternally saved, others will be eternally lost. This is serious. Think about it for a second. Since we cannot avoid this pending inevitable event, that is, the coming of Jesus to reward each one according to his works by ignoring it. Question is, should we who know the truth not be preparing now for what is soon to break upon the world as an overwhelming surprise with eternal consequences? Think of it this way. Let's say your radio station warned about an impending tsunami that will soon sweep off and destroy everything on its path in your neighborhood, but also advised to look out for certain warning signs of its arrival as a clue to evacuate. While some will respond in obedience, look out for the signs, prepare to evacuate, but also give others a fighting chance by letting them know what's going on, there will most likely be yet another group that will simply just totally ignore and disregard the warning. So, question is, which of these groups do you think will survive the tsunami, or at least stand a better chance? It's a no-brainer. In like manner, with some of these signs of the end playing out and others gearing up, should we who know better not do the needful? As in, prepare to evacuate, but also give others a fighting chance by letting them know what is happening, but more importantly, what is about to happen that has eternal consequences. Apostle Paul puts it this way: watch and be sober. In view of Jesus' second coming, it is a call to be spiritually alert and serious about the times that we're living. What to remember here? This insights to the future that we have, as revealed in the Bible, is both a privilege and a responsibility. It is a privilege in the sense that because we know, we commit to intentionally daily preparation to evacuate, a process that continually reflects in us the contagious character of God, and hopefully the end does not take us by surprise. A responsibility because we are called to give others a fighting chance by letting them know that Jesus is the reason we have a chance of making it home, and they too can join in. Now, concerning things that we have not been shown, it is wise we remain in our lane, meaning do not speculate or conjecture, for that will be venturing into Satan's grounds. 2. We do not know the exact details and time of his coming, but we know enough to be ready to go home. So when all is said and done, may we not be taken by surprise by the very things that God has so graciously shared with us. That will be a shame. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I remain your Sabasco Doodle, and I'll see you next Sabbath. Happy Sabbath.